Hello friends, welcome back to the King YouTube channel. Prince Harry seems to be at a crossroads, feeling trapped in what he sees as a glittering prison. He's desperately trying to break free from Meghan's influence and reconnect with his past. Within the royal family, Harry is struggling. Meghan's impact has not only damaged his reputation but also left him feeling out of place in Hollywood while his popularity is fading in both the US and the UK. As he tries to find his way back to royal life, he's finding it harder than he expected. Once known for his adventurous spirit and charm, Prince Harry now finds himself viewed very differently. Under Meghan's influence, his image has changed from a beloved royal to a controversial figure, often criticized for his public complaints and attacks on the family that used to support him. Meghan's constant quest for attention and influence seems to have pulled Harry into the flashy world of Hollywood and relentless media scrutiny, a place where he clearly doesn't belong. Harry's reputation has taken a huge hit. People are tired of his frequent complaints and his portrayal as a victim of the very institution that gave him privilege and status. The man who was once the second most popular royal after his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, is now seen as someone who has turned his back on his family and heritage for a life that feels increasingly empty. In his urgent attempt to reconnect with the royal family, Harry has reportedly reached out to old friends like his former private secretary, Edward Lane Fox, hoping to find allies who can help him mend the growing rift between him and the royals. However, his attempts have largely been unsuccessful. Many of his old friends have distanced themselves after seeing Harry's repeated attacks on his family. These friends, who once valued Harry's loyalty and lively spirit, now feel betrayed by his actions, especially his harsh words about Camilla, the Queen consort. Harry's decision to publicly air his grievances in his memoir, Spare, has left many feeling disillusioned and unwilling to offer the help he's now seeking. It seems that Harry is in a difficult situation caught between two worlds. Reports suggest that he moved out of the Montecito mansion he shared with Meghan over a year ago and now spends time in hotels or plans solo trips abroad. This might indicate his growing discomfort with life in California, despite his efforts to project marital harmony. Harry seems to be struggling with the reality that his new life isn't as he imagined, torn between his duties as a father and his personal challenges. His absences from Montecito are shrouded in mystery, with rumors suggesting that a super injunction might be in place to prevent media scrutiny of these long absences. This only fuels speculation that Harry is looking for an escape route that doesn't involve Meghan. It's easy to understand why old friends are taken aback by Harry's pleas for help, and it's no surprise they might be quite shocked. Harry's efforts to reach out to his old friends have been met with shock and hesitation. Those who once supported him now find themselves questioning his intentions. They are cautious, remembering the hurt he caused with his public criticisms of the royal family. His depiction of Queen Camilla as a villain, in particular, has pushed away even his closest allies. For many, the damage is done. They feel Harry's actions have crossed a line that can't easily be mended. His former friends see his attempts to reconnect as insincere, maybe even a desperate move to regain some normalcy after his dramatic exit from royal life. The bridges he's trying to rebuild are the same ones he burned with his words and actions, leading many to believe that Harry may be hiding much more than he lets on. There's an unsettling silence around Harry's actions, especially when it comes to his frequent absences from the Montecito home. The media has remained unusually quiet, and rumors suggest that a super injunction, a legal tool preventing the press from reporting on specific issues, may be the reason. This only adds to the growing speculation that there's more to Harry's story than what's being revealed. What is he hiding? Are these disappearances a sign of trouble in his marriage, or do they reflect his inner conflict between the life he now leads and the one he left behind? The silence speaks louder than words, hinting that Harry's story is far from over, and the drama in his life is just beginning to unravel. Adding to this, Harry's decision not to update the paperback edition of his controversial memoir, Spare, is seen by many as another mistake in what appears to be a failed attempt to stay relevant. Harry's memoir, packed with accusations and complaints against his family, has only widened the gap. By refusing to amend or soften his story, he signals an unwillingness to acknowledge the hurt he's caused. Both the royal family and the public stand firmly with Prince William, who has made it clear that Harry won't be welcomed back without significant changes. The paperback release of Spare without any updates reinforces Harry's position, further isolating him from those who once stood by his side. While Harry finds himself increasingly alone, Prince William remains the future of the monarchy with strong public support. William embodies stability, continuity, and a vision for a modern royal family. His firm decision not to invite Harry to the coronation shows his commitment to protecting the monarchy from further scandal and division. William's stance is seen as necessary to safeguard the integrity of the royal family. He understands that forgiving Harry and Meghan without consequences for their repeated attacks would weaken the institution, sending the wrong message about loyalty. In contrast to his father's perceived weakness, William's firm leadership has solidified his role as the future king, one who will guide the monarchy through challenging times. Yet it's undeniable that King Charles has been a monarch tested by deep family conflict. King Charles finds himself in a difficult position, caught between his love for his son and his duty to the crown. His hesitation to distance himself from Harry and Meghan earlier is seen by some as a sign of weakness, a failure to act decisively in the face of betrayal. Yet Charles knows that any decision he makes will have serious consequences for the future of the monarchy as he navigates these competing pressures. Charles is relying heavily on William to lead the way forward. He understands that William's firm stance against Harry's return is necessary to protect the monarchy from further damage. By supporting William's vision, Charles signals his recognition of the need for strong leadership to safeguard the monarchy's integrity. Undoubtedly, Meghan stands as the real barrier to Harry's return. While Harry faces many hurdles on his path back to the royal family, the biggest challenge is Meghan herself. Meghan's presence serves as a constant reminder of the turmoil that has followed since their marriage. With low approval ratings and little public support in the UK, she remains an unwelcome figure in royal circles. Her actions have left little room for reconciliation. From the Oprah interview to her ongoing media appearances, Meghan has positioned herself more as an opponent of the royal family than someone seeking common ground. Her influence on Harry has been heavily criticized, often seen as the main reason for his estrangement from his family. The question remains, is it too late for Harry? His path to redemption is narrow and uncertain. To rebuild his relationship with the royal family, he would have to make serious concessions, beginning with distancing himself from Meghan's influence and publicly acknowledging the damage his actions have caused. Yet even with these steps, there's no guarantee that he would be welcomed back without reservation. The royal family, especially William, remains cautious about any attempt by Harry to return without clear signs of genuine remorse and change. They view his current actions as more of the same, focused on self-pity and blame rather than a sincere effort to reconcile and rebuild trust. As things stand, Prince Harry finds himself in a state of limbo, a prince without a country, a man without purpose. His attempts to break free from Meghan's influence and reconnect with his former life have been unsuccessful, blocked by those he once considered friends and allies. The bridges he burned in his quest for independence are proving difficult, if not impossible, to repair. The future for Harry remains uncertain. Without a dramatic shift in direction, he risks being remembered not as the rebellious prince who carved his own path, but as the lost son who could never find his way back home. Meanwhile, the royal family, led by William, moves forward with determination, protecting the monarchy from any threats, even if it means keeping one of their own on the outside. Beneath Harry's public struggles lies a deeper, more personal battle, a conflict that is taking a significant toll on him. Torn between the woman he chose to marry and the family he left behind, Harry seems trapped in a never-ending cycle of regret, anger, and confusion. Harry seems to be living two conflicting lives, one in the glamorous world of Hollywood, where he increasingly appears out of place, and another in the shadow of the royal family, where he feels rejected and isolated. This dual existence has clearly left Harry drained. The emotional burden of his choices, combined with Meghan's constant need for attention, has created an environment of tension and instability. Harry's struggles go beyond his public image. He's wrestling with his own sense of identity. Is he still the prince who once symbolized a modern, approachable monarchy, or has he become a pawn in a different game, one fueled by scandal and media manipulation? His reported absences from the Montecito home, stays in hotels, and desire for longer solo trips abroad could be signs of a man searching for peace and clarity. It seems Harry is running from something, or perhaps someone, in a desperate attempt to regain control of his own story. Harry finds himself at a crossroads, questioning his choices and longing for the familiarity of the life he has distanced himself from. It's difficult to ignore Meghan's influence on his recent decisions. Critics claim that Meghan has used her marriage to Harry as a way to advance her own ambitions, pushing him into the spotlight in ways that benefit her narrative. her constant need for attention and strategy of portraying herself as a public victim haven't just damaged her own reputation, but have also dragged Harry down with her. Many believe that in his effort to support Meghan, Harry has become trapped in a cycle of negative publicity, one he can't escape as long as he remains under her influence. Meghan's approach to fame and public relations, which centers on creating controversy and casting herself as a victim of systemic oppression, has only added to the strain on both their public image and Harry's personal struggles. Harry's current approach stands in sharp contrast to the more restrained and understated style typically associated with British royals. There is a growing belief that Harry has become entangled in Meghan's ambitions. Her drive to build a global brand and leverage their status as former royals has left little space for Harry to define his own identity or follow a path that resonates with who he truly is. In many ways, Harry seems to be a passenger on Meghan's journey rather than steering his own course. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any updates on this unfolding story. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Harry deserves another chance? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.